Yours lights up the room, the room. You're my pretty blue Risa. Come hold me tight for the night under this moon, under this moon. Pardon me, can I get your name? And can we get on the same page? You got something special, baby. Don't pay no mind what the hate say. Couldn't get enough of pretty brown eyes. Met up walking the same way. You're looking like you could be just my type. Come get me high like the MJ. Maybe it's too quick to fall in love like this, but your energy is what I need. Baby, this is a chance I can't just miss. Your energy is what I need. Baby, promise I won't come on too strong. So let me know if I'm doing this all wrong. It ain't enough, I'ma write a million songs. If I could just get your name before you're gone. You're my pretty blue Risa. Yeah, yeah. In crowds of faces, yours lights up the room. Lights up the room, the room, the room. You're my pretty blue Risa. Come hold me tight for the night under this moon, under this moon. Painted you with everything I wanted you to be. Fuck a wedding ring, girl, with me you'd get every gem you want for free. It's a long-term commitment when I'm proposing, so don't tell me you wanna keep your options open. I'm not the type to do this going through the motions. I'll show you with my love, I bring devotion. How much more can I contain my emotions? My emotions, yeah. Caught me in the moment, caught me by surprise. You ain't gotta say nothing, baby, you'll be on my mind. You're my pretty blue Risa. In crowds of faces, yours lights up the room, the room. You're my pretty blue Risa. Come hold me tight for the night under this moon.
Yo, everybody. Now, my audio is good. It looks like my audio is good. I think everything's fine. It was telling me some issue about the audio. But right now it's telling me that the stream health is excellent. So I'm going to take YouTube's word for that. But welcome to Sessions, episode 3 of season 2. Welcome to Sessions season 2 episode 3. Hope everybody's having a good day today, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's gonna join soon or join or watch this like later, you know, like 20 years down the line. Hope everybody's doing good. Little updates for me. I have like it's like, this is my thing, right? This is my thing. I change my mind about stuff like all the time. Before I continue, I just want to make sure that like, it's probably fine. If somebody comes in, they'll tell me my audio is fucked. Because I'm looking at my audio mixer and it's picking me up. So I should be fine. But so basically for me is like I change my mind all the time, right? I change my mind all the time about things, especially like this music stuff, because I overcomplicate it, you know? I overcomplicate this shit. It shouldn't be as complicated as I made it out to be. So I'm trying to simplify it back to like my YouTube days, you know what I'm saying? To where, you know, I was making what I make and I wasn't looking for anybody's suggestion on what to fucking do, you know what I'm saying? And with that comes with a lot of, you know, obviously changing my mind and stuff. But these days I have a plan for what I want to do in the next like month, and what I want to do leading into 2026, in order to have you know, more consistency from me, because these days you know, I'm like coming to the conclusion that it's like, you know what, man, like I love doing this music shit, obviously, like it's fun, it's cool, but at the end of the day, I want to do this as like my full-time career. I want to do this as my job, you know? And so I need to really have this mentality of, you know, it's mine and nobody else's. Like I am going to one day get this shit popping where, you know, I'm not just talking to myself on stream, where I'm actually talking to people that are willing to watch me fuck around on FL Studio. And so these days I'm treating it as such. I don't want to, and I'm gonna be the artist I want to be like right now. I don't want to, wait to make an album when, you know, I have an audience, or wait till I do this to have an audience, or wait to stream when I have an audience. If I want to stream, I'm gonna fucking stream. If I want to drop a single or an album or whatever, I'm gonna drop those. You know what I mean? All while, you know, doing the content stuff, which I've always loved to do. You know what I mean? I personally enjoy the hybrid of stream / content creator in terms of like TikTok and stuff, plus the music. You know what I'm saying? Like the music is the primary driver of everything, obviously. That's what I pay the most attention to, and what I have been paying the most attention to for the past like 8 years. But I also love the fact that like in order to promote it and stuff, like I have to, you know, create content and stuff. I know a lot of people don't like that. Most of the people that I see complain about that is like already established artists, because I feel like younger people, they're more used to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't really know where I was going with that, but basically all I'm trying to say is I'm feeling good about like the next couple of weeks. I already said in the Discord, if y'all are on the Discord, please join the Discord. There's extra shit, extra lore, announcements, all that stuff. It's nice. I don't even have like a link. I swear I have a link on my YouTube for the Discord. I should if I don't. But I have a project coming out by the end of the year. By the end of the year, it will be done. One song just has to get mixed. And then I'll master all the tracks, and then it'll be out before the holidays. And I'm listening to it right now, like the mix that I did for one of the tracks. It's gonna be 3 tracks. But you know what? I'm gonna just show y'all. Who gives a fuck? There's nobody in here, but y'all will listen to it later because I'm excited. So I'm saying it right now. I'm going to drop an EP called Maybe I'm Naive. That's what it's called. Maybe I'm Naive. It's going to be 3 tracks. These tracks that I've been sitting on because of the fact that like they're a lot more poppy. But like I said on the Discord, I'm like, yo, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm the type of guy that like, I'll be honest, like I hate, you know what? I am not going to hide it. I always try to hide it for some reason, but I'm a huge Drake fan. I'm a huge Drake fan. One of the things I love about Drake's music is the variety. I love the variety within the albums. You can listen to one album for forever. You can listen to one album. You know what I mean? Some soundscapes are kind of the same, but like the drums, the rhythms, the difference in cadence, in tone, in energy, like that variety I really like in Drake's music. And a lot of the times I don't really stick to one genre. Like I don't really like to stick to one sound. So I'm just thinking to myself now, I'm like, bro, why the fuck would I? Oh, yo, what's up, V? Hello, welcome to the stream. Right now I've just been yapping for a little bit, but if you didn't hear, I am going to drop an EP. I'm going to drop an EP by the end of the year, and it's called Maybe I'm Naive. It's going to be 3 tracks, and I'm going to let me show the sneak peek of the first track right now. This is not mastered, but I'm pretty done with, like, I'm very satisfied with the mix. So like in the final version, it's just gonna be louder. All right.
Check.
This is called On the Fence.
Don't worry about it. But since you told me that I worry about it, I like my lonely, now I'm too invited. I get no satisfaction, parties and new distractions. Maybe I need some practice. Worry about it.
I'll mute myself real quick because it's distorting.
Don't sway too long, that smell gon' get you grounded. Can't do it awkward silence. I need a girl who smiles enough to keep me quiet. See me on the outside, playing it cool, but I'm indecisive. This feels right, lot of commitment to turn you to mine. I'm scared of fucking this up at the long run. I ain't got none. Take off your pink shades, got red flags, can't spot one, but you got me. You got me, you got me. You got me. Oh, you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah. No, baby, come back. Promise I'm more than an average. Don't need no Rolex or Patek. Want smoke, but don't need no static. Girl, you fit the vibe. Be my +1 for the night. Promise I could treat you right. Don't be shy, just name your price on. I'm the type to get you anything that you want. Right, any ride that I bought. Just forgive me if we ever fought, girl. Baby, get in that two-seater and we only gotta push start, girl. I know you got a good heart. Baby, we could go so far, but you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah. You got me, you got me. You got me, oh, you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah. You got me, you got me, yeah. You got me. You got me, oh, you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah.
I was about to show more, but we'll wait for that one. So yeah, but that is what we got. This is what we got going on. When I said the shit about you know, like on the Discord about like the hype pop trap, I'm doing everything. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want these days. All right, I'm doing whatever I want. I don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the party and distraction line. Yeah, I really like that line. Yeah, I really like the lyrics on this one, especially the first verse. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Well, yo, you say I'm gonna do it. Like, that's what we're doing. I appreciate the support always. I want to say, yo, thank y'all, you, V, especially, Tony and Austin as well, and some other people from like different countries and stuff that like will randomly like hit me up just to see like what's the word, you know, if I haven't like dropped in a minute. You know, I know for a while, yo, what's good, Tony? I was just talking about you. But yeah, like all of y'all that like, you know, always show love, always support, like will hit me up to see like what's the word on stuff. Like that goes a really long way, guys. Like I'm telling you, it really does go a long way, because, you know, it's not just me too. Like me, my brother, and everybody in Koga, we've been doing this for years. You know, some people have been doing it longer than me, but I've been like in my room making videos literally since I was like 8 years old, and I'm 20. I'm gonna be 23 tomorrow. Like tomorrow's my birthday, by the way. Please wish me a happy birthday. I'm spamming this horn today, but yeah. So I'm gonna be 23 years old. I've been making videos literally since I was 8 years old. The GarageBand videos I made when I was like 14 or no 15. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, so like I appreciate the birthday wishes, guys. You know what I'm saying? Big 23. It's gonna be a Jordan year. So we need results, bro. We need results. Now I'm on a new ADHD medication. Like I'm ready to go. Like give me a task, I'm gonna fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? So just to give y'all some updates, right? So this is gonna come out by the end of the month. Not the end of the month, sorry, the end of December. I know this because there's 3 tracks. I'm already happy with like the mixes of 2 of them. Like one of them needs like a little bit of like tinkering. The third one needs to have like a full mix session, so I'm gonna do that literally tomorrow, and then I just have to master it, and then boom, I'm putting on DSPs, and then we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're ending off the year with a 3-track EP. You know what I'm saying? I was going to put 17 on it, but I feel like 17 should probably be released as like a single, or maybe a part of something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Your task: pick apart all the seeds on a strawberry without breaking it. To be honest, I could do it. I could do it with the level of patience. Well, not patience, actually. I don't have a lot of patience anymore. I used to have a lot more patience, but I could do it. But the problem is I don't know if there's like a technician that does that, you know, picking seeds on a strawberry. I'm not sure that's like a profession, but if it was, then they should get paid very well. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's only one more to like mix, and then after that, I'm just gonna put them out. And then with the TikToks and stuff, like that's always been a thing of like concern for me, is like finding a way to be consistent on TikTok and on, you know, especially on TikTok specifically, and just like making content for stuff. So we have a plan for all of that now. And yeah, so I'm looking for 2026, you know what I'm saying, for this to be a good year for us, you know what I'm saying, like where we got more people in the community, we got more people in the space, like that are streaming, that are listening, that are trying to be like, that are trying to see what's up, you know what I'm saying, see what's the word. Next show, I will say this though, about the shows. I'm not doing a show for a long time. Let me just be straight up. The reason why is this, and I'm gonna explain why, okay? I'm gonna explain why. I don't have like a sound effect for that, but anyways, so I'm gonna explain why I'm not doing shows. I know I don't have a sad one, like I just have this. Oh no, I have a waste. Okay, I have this one. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. There's not gonna be another show for a while, but the reason why is because of a couple of reasons. Okay, so the first reason is money. These shows, like, they're actually pretty expensive to run, and the main reason why they're so expensive is because of artist pay and venue pay. So you got to pay these venues to rent their space, and a lot of times they suck. I'm not gonna lie, like they fucking suck. Like, let me just be straight up with you guys, all right? I'm not going to shy away from shit, all right? A lot of these venues in Ottawa fucking suck. Like, they suck, and the reason why they suck is because the sound system isn't up to date. Like, it's a pretty shit sound system, even though the acoustics can be nice. Like the sound system that they have access to isn't that good, especially for hip hop and like R&B, rap. Like, a lot of them mostly do rock, especially in Ottawa. It's a lot of rock venues, so they have more like acoustic stuff, or they assume that you're going to bring instruments. We don't have instruments. We have speakers and a DJ and a sound tech. So it's like, you know, it's a different thing. The second thing is that these, yeah, we're blunt. We're blunt, but I'm not smoking, you know what I'm saying? So the other thing is the venue owners or the venue managers also suck. So they suck in the sense that they don't care about you and they don't care about your show. Like, and that's just the truth of it. They don't give a fuck. Like, there's so many times, guys, that I like where a venue manager has gotten in the way of things going smoothly, to where it either delays the time of the show or it adds unnecessary stress to me because I'm the event coordinator and I'm also performing. And then it also adds stress to everybody else, right? Which that means, because I'm the coordinator and the organizer and all that means that they're giving all their stress on me, right? So I don't want to deal with that shit. I will tell you guys one story. So like, I'm pretty sure I said it on stream once, but I'm gonna say it again just in case y'all didn't know, right? So Vine Boom, all right? Yo, that sounded so dumb, but it was when I was doing moonlight shows, and it was before I changed it, because originally it was called R&B night in Ottawa. It was just called R&B Ottawa, and we did a show November 30th at Lounge 164, and I'm saying it by name because I hope that you, if you're in Ottawa, or if you ever come to Ottawa, never go to Lounge 164. They suck. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button. Yo, my fault. Wait, let me just, for emphasis, they suck. Okay, this is just facts. This is not allegedly. Sorry, allegedly, they suck. The reason why is because normally you have sound check before the actual show. So what we did is that we scheduled sound check 2 hours before the doors were supposed to open, which that's just so that we can set up, the artists can come in, they can do their sound check, and sound check is supposed to be like, 5 minutes. Like, the reason why is because you have your set, and for us, like, people's set was like 15 to 30 minutes long. It's not a huge set, so you don't need that long for sound check, and they're also not doing rehearsals and stuff like that. They're literally just performing their song. They don't have background singers or background dancers or anything. They don't have any choreography, so it's pretty straightforward. When I get there at 7 p.m. with Cole, who was like co-organizing it with me, the venue manager, who I wasn't speaking to at the time, like, it was really complicated because I was talking via email with one of the owners. A different owner was there to manage the place at the time of the show. The first thing they tell me is, yeah, shout out to Cole. He helped out a lot with the shows, for real. If it wasn't for him, like the very first show would not have happened. So shout out to him. And he'd been hounding me about doing shows for a long time. But yeah, so basically the first thing when I walk in, this guy tells me that the last band that came in to do a show had stolen their auxiliary cables for the speakers. So the speakers didn't have any cables, and he basically told me that from what I remember, like word for word, from what I remember, like, I might be paraphrasing, but he told me, so that should be your number one concern right now. He told me that should be your number one concern right now. The guy that I paid, or one of the guys that I paid, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it right now, but hundreds of dollars, right, to do my show, where I have people who bought tickets and that are coming to see me and other people, just informed me that there are no cables for the speakers for a music show. For a music show, there are no cables for the speakers, which means we can't use the speakers. Now, keep in mind, this is 7 p.m. on a Saturday night in Ottawa. There is not a music store anywhere near where we are. Like, we don't have the time. Like, it's closed. Everything is closed for the most part. So basically, by the grace of the universe, the DJ that I had there, his name is Mess 'em Up Beats, and shout out to Mess 'em Up for real, because like, if he was not there, I would have canceled the show because I didn't know what to do. But he was able to put everything around, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I don't know if he would let me say this, but I'm gonna say it regardless because it's good PR for him. He actually did the show for me for free. You know what I'm saying? Because he was interested in doing it. I told him, like, yo, we don't have a DJ, but we're gonna figure it out because, like, it's just not in the budget right now. And he told me, like, yo, like, if you want, like, I can, like, if I'm available that day, we can do it. You know what I mean? Essentially for your charge. So if he wasn't there, plus he was there and he wasn't even getting paid, and he still, like, saved the day essentially. So yo, I fucking Mess him up, like, like, shout out to him. Like, he is the GOAT. Okay. But yeah. So that's just one example of how stressful it can be for just doing shows in general, but especially for shows that of people that don't give a fuck. Like, don't give a fuck. And when you're doing like small local shows and stuff, they definitely don't give a fuck. And these like tiny ass venues and stuff, like they don't care, because for the most part they don't really make that much money. So that's one of the reasons why it's very expensive to run these shows. Hard. Oh yeah, no, 100%. It's rare to find people like that, you know, because especially when it's like business, you know what I mean? Because like these people don't know me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm very new to all of this, you know. So it's like it depends on a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Like but shout out to him for it. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why it's very like expensive. You don't make that much money, and it really depends on who you bring, right? Or who the other acts are, you know what I mean? But for the most part, my goal of it was to try to like tap into the local scene and get an audience locally, which, to be honest, like in terms of effort to value, I didn't really see it that much. You know, we did it for a year and we didn't really see any growth in that regard, because for the most part, shows are for people who already want to see you in a certain market, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you have a lot of fans in Ottawa and you do a show there, then they're already going to buy it because they want to see you, you know what I mean? So it's like that. So in terms of like using it to gain a fan base, it's kind of a waste of money. It's kind of a waste of time. You're much better off, if your goal is to gain a fan base, to do that online, like what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the reason why. But I'm not saying like I'll never do another show. Just when it makes sense, like 100% I will do it, and 100% I will do it in Ottawa, because truth be told, I do love Ottawa. I think I love Ottawa. That's not a lie. That's the truth. I love Ottawa. I grew up here. Like, obviously I'm on the Gatineau side, right? But I love going to Ottawa. I love being there. Like, it just feels like home to me, right? So that's why, like, we're not doing any shows, but we are focused on dropping a lot more music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just the peachy, of course. Always point Gatineau in my heart. But yeah, so the main focus for me is dropping a lot more music. You know, dropping a lot more music. And being focused on that, you know what I mean? Because I have songs in the tank that I just haven't dropped, because my problem is that I always get caught up on one song being the one that'll go viral. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I drop a song, I always think to myself, I'm like, oh, this is the one. You know what I mean? This is the one that's gonna, like, you know, shoot me up into the stratosphere. And then it doesn't, and then I get depressed, and then I stop, and then I bring it back. That's pretty much how it's been for the past like ever since Midnight Element, to be honest. Like, ever since the Midnight Element, like, every single song I think is going to be the one that's gonna blow up and get millions and millions of streams. But, you know, I think I'm old enough to realize that it just doesn't work like that. Like, you know, you don't know which one is going to be the one. You just don't. Like, you can guess. You can't even guess. It's a waste of time to guess, bro. Like, I'm getting so like into this right now, but fuck it, man. We might not even. I might just talk for this whole stream, because I have a lot of shit to get off my chest. Okay, I'm about to turn 23. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting up there. I'm about to be big bro status. Like, I'm not ready, bro. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be big bro. What the fuck? But yeah, let me get back to the point. I would always get caught up in, ever since the Midnight Element, that the next song I drop is going to be the one. And it's like, a lot of times, like, I can't help it. Like, it's just the kind of way that I get excited about dropping music. You know what I mean? Like, if I just look at, you know, my Spotify right now, if I just pull it up, and hopefully, like, my shit doesn't crash. I just lagged a little bit. But yeah, let me just think though. Like, yeah, since like the Midnight Element, which I'm also really proud of that project, but it's been like 3 years. You know, it came out 3 years ago. And I've never made a project since. So this is the thing, right? So I've dropped close to you, which I like that song. It definitely could have been better. Um and Still in Love as well is another one that at the time, I remember at the time, um I thought was well constructed. Like C2U, because I really like the beat, especially. Like I think the beat is really cool. Um and then Still in Love is not my not my favorite, but I like where I was going with it. And then after that, like I had like this huge gap of not releasing music because it had been a while since I had made a song that made me, oh, I thought the Midnight Element was well constructed. Yeah. Like there was a lot of there's a lot more like effort put into like the whole idea of the Midnight Element, to be honest. And I'm glad how it turned out, obviously, but it's like, you know I've made better songs, you know what I mean? On My Mind was dope too. I appreciate that because that's an underrated track in my opinion. But yeah, it's like, so I dropped C2U, Still in Love, On My Mind, Feel Like Ramona. Then in 2024 I dropped Can't Get Enough, Only You, Cody Banks. 2025 I dropped Winter Love, Treat You Right, Selfish, and Blue Racer. This is my most consistent year. I feel like it is. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, if I drop by the end of the year, it'll be my most consistent year because I'll drop the EP, right? But after every song, I know this is me being like, I'm being very upfront with like, you know, my mental state. But it's good because, you know, I can watch this in like 20 years, when I'm 43, and I can see like how I acted, how I reacted and stuff as a 23-year-old man. Basically, like every song I drop is because I genuinely believe in my heart of heart that that's the song that's going to blow up. And it's the same one for Blue Racer too, you know? I just believe that when I drop this in the next 28 days, it's going to fucking go insane, right? And it's going to get millions of views and I'm going to, you know, blow up and shit, and I won't have to like, you know, be broke anymore essentially. And I'm realizing now that I feel like that whole feeling, that whole mentality is what has stopped me from reaching my full potential as like, you know, as an artist. And the reason why is because when I focus so much on that feeling of like, this is a hit, this is the one that's going to be the one, it makes me not drop as much, and it makes me change my mind too quickly, right? Because I'll drop a song like Blue Racer, and then I'll want to drop other tracks that are similar to Blue Racer, but I don't have any, right? Or I'll have like maybe one, right? And it'll stop me from creating because now creating is like restrictive. Now it's more technical, it's more mundane, which I don't like. What I like to do when I make music is I like to explore. I like to try new shit. I like to, you know, I like to bounce around from this thing to that thing, you know? And for a while for a long time, I have not embraced that, you know? I haven't embraced like the variety of music that I listen to, because I listen to a lot of music. I listen to a variety of subgenres, like within hip hop and within pop and within, you know, R&B. And I have like, I feel like I have a pretty wide range of like favorite artists, you know what I mean? And I want to showcase that because all of that, you know, defines me as an artist, you know what I mean? As the artist that I want to become. So what I'm trying to do from now on is not be so like selective with the amount of music that I drop, you know, or just the songs that I drop in general. You know what I mean? Like, if I am not confident in my ability, then I will not drop. You know what I mean? But the thing is that, like, generally speaking, I have to, like, I am. Generally speaking, I am, because I have to be. Like, if I drop a song like Blue Racer that I'm really proud of, I have to be, oh shit, like something just fell. If I drop a song that I'm really proud of, like Blue Racer, I have to understand that I have the capacity to make another song that's just as good, if not better, you know, or at the very least within the same range of quality. It doesn't have to be up to par. It can be, you know, obviously, technically speaking, I'm getting better at mixing, at recording myself, like these sorts of things. But in terms of like sonically, you know, it may not hit my ear right now, but my technical skill is still there because I made that one, so obviously I can make another one. You know what I mean? So that's like the mentality that I'm trying to have these days, where it's like, you know what? I have all these songs that I want to drop. Why not drop them? You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like, what am I specifically waiting? Like, what am I waiting for? You know what I mean? Whose approval am I waiting for? What like what shift in the tides am I waiting for? You know what I mean? Like, and the truth of the matter is, I'm not waiting for anything. There's nothing to wait for, you know? There's no reason why I should be, you know, following anybody else's blueprint for this. You know what I mean? The whole point of being an artist, so you're tapping into your experimental sound. I think so, yeah. The way I look at it is like, I'm going to tap into what I like as an artist, or what I like doing as an artist, which specifically has to do with variety. You know what I'm saying? With variety, with you know, that more pop sound, with just being more, basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to accept who I am as an artist and do that instead of following the blueprints that all these music gurus tell you to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll tell you to like drop once a month and to not drop albums or not drop projects or whatever, or post these many times a day, or like post this on like this, that, and the third. Like, they'll tell you a bunch of shit on how to portray yourself as an artist, but only you can do that. You know what I mean? Only you can do that. And I try to think of it this way. I try to think of it like, well, the only time I felt like I've had pretty good success, I gotta head out. It's nice chatting and listening. Keep up the work, because no matter what style you end up doing, you're growing and doing great. I appreciate it. Yo, WV, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Hope you have a good night. But yeah, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm trying to accept basically who I am as an artist and deliver that in a way that is like digestible, right? And that's why I want to drop this EP, because I'm like, I have songs here that I know I can drop, but in any other context, why would I drop it? You know, other than just like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not drop it? All I have to do is show it in like the right context. And you know, the reason why it's in an EP called Maybe I'm Naive is because, like, basically that I'm basically expressing a thought. You know what I mean? I'm expressing a thought and a feeling that I've had. You know, all of these songs are from my life. You know what I mean? Or from experiences that I've had in my life. They talk about experiences that I've felt in my life, and they all have to do with this sort of, you know, naivety that I have, or that I feel like I might have. You know what I mean? So that's why it's called Maybe I'm Naive. So yeah, like, that's basically the premise of like this EP. And honestly, what I like, the only thing I have to say now is like, you guys are like, I'm going to be dropping more music. I'm not going to be as picky anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely going to be making more music more consistently, and instead of, you know, going in like these kind of tiny spurts here and there, because I have shit in the tank that I want to drop, you know what I mean? And I know there's probably stuff that I will want to drop right now, and then months later I'll make better stuff, or yeah, stuff that I think is better at the time, and I'll drop that, and that's just kind of how it goes. But I will definitely drop a lot more music than previously, because y'all should hear it. Like, I don't want to just keep stuff in the Discord, like, you know, unreleased stuff in the Discord. I want to be able to like put it out into the world, like post it, talk about it as if, you know, this is just what I'm doing. Like, I feel like that's the goal, you know what I'm saying? The goal is to be the best artist you can be without having the audience, you know what I'm saying? Because the audience will come, you know what I'm saying? Any music videos coming. I am thinking about doing visualizers and like lyric videos, but we could do music videos. Like, what I'm thinking is more so like, I like to do one shots and like that sort of thing. I really like doing that shit. So I could definitely see myself doing that for these tracks. But yeah, so definitely we will do like videos and shit, because that would be sick. So yeah, what was I saying? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I forgot my train of thought. What I like here is like, you can see in the background, like you can see like cars coming through, like the bus that just passed. It's like, it makes me look like I'm more high rise or something. I don't fucking know. Anyways, yeah, I forgot my train of thought. Anyways, that's basically what I'm thinking for, you know, music and stuff. Trying to be on a better schedule. Oh yeah, what I was talking about was, yeah, W visuals, man. Shout out to the stream, the upgrade on the stream. I'm really happy with like how it's been, you know, with the new setup and everything. Like, I really like it. But yeah, like basically like my philosophy now is this: like, you need to like do things at a pace to where if you had 1 million, or if you had 2 million, or if you had 0 people, there's no difference. You know what I mean? Do what you can and keep trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? Keep practicing, keep being a student of the game, keep exploring sounds, you know, keep honing your craft. But you have to behave like you're putting out everything that you possibly can right now. You know what I'm saying? Excited to see what you got in the vault. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know if you heard this track that I played, but I'm gonna play it again. Check. Let me know if did you hear this before? Because I played it before, but I don't think you were in the chat.
Don't worry about it. But since you told me that I worry about it, I like my lonely, now I'm too invited. I get no satisfaction, parties and new distractions. Maybe I need some practice. Worry about it. Now should I smoke a bit or dance around it? Don't sway too long, that smell gon' get you grounded.
Now you gotta listen.
Can't do it awkward silence. I need a girl who smiles enough to keep me quiet. See me on the outside, playing it cool, but I'm indecisive. This feels right, a lot of commitment to turn you to mine. I'm scared of fucking this up for the long run. I ain't got none. Take off your pink shades, got red flags, can't spot one, but you got me. You got me, you got me. You got me. Oh, you got me, yeah, you got me, yeah. No, baby, come back, promise I'm more than an average. Don't need no Rolex or Patek, want smoke but don't need no static. Girl, you fit the vibe, be my +1 for the night. Promise I could treat you right, don't be shy, just name your price on. I'm the type to get you anything that you want, ride any ride that I bought. Just forgive me if we ever fought, girl. Baby, getting that two-seater and we only gotta push start, girl. I know you got a good heart, baby, we could go so far. But you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah. You got me, you got me. You got me, oh, you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah. You got me,
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the one in the pocket. That's the one in the back pocket, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's the one in the back pocket, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You know? Liking the progression of the instrument and vocals. Yeah, this one, it was already, like, because the thing is, the demo of this was already pretty good. So all I needed to do was, like, basically fix it, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of, like, the background vocals and stuff, I didn't know how to mix background vocals before. Now I have a better idea on how to do it, how to get the reverb to sound cleaner and that sort of thing. So I made it sound a lot cleaner, added some instruments, added some better progression, stuff like that. So I'm really happy with how the mix sounds. And then that's going to be 3 tracks. And I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for that shit to come out. It's going to be dope. Like, I just got to make a little cover art for it. I already have the idea in my head. I just got to actually execute it. It's going to be pretty easy to do as well. But yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, what I got going on for that. I got some other stuff too. I'm gonna show you. We can just do it. I'm gonna just show y'all what I got in the tank, you know what I'm saying? Because truthfully speaking, you know what I'm saying, nobody's coming to see this stream. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's coming to see this shit. It's you and me, Tony. It's just you and me. So I can show you all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't really change, like, it doesn't change anything, you know what I mean? I like to be secretive sometimes of the shit that I make, but it's like, bro, nobody's like, nobody gives a fuck, bro. Like, nobody gives a fuck, bro. Like, that's the thing. It's like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, nobody is like gonna be like, oh, this is not up to par, bro. Nobody's watching. You have to put something out for people to start watching. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that make sense? You gotta, like, you actually have to put stuff out in order for people to start watching. If you don't put anything out because you're afraid of what people are going to say, bro, nobody's watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna show y'all. So what's the other one? Oh yeah, because basically, like, what I've basically done in terms of separation of, like, the sounds that I like is I've separated it into 3 different projects, essentially. So the first one is called Maybe I'm Naive, and that one is a lot more like, it's not like conceptual at all. It's just a thought and a belief, and, you know, it's an expression of myself. This other one is called The Passion. So these are more like songs that have a lot more energy to them, you know? And this is a song I made November 20th.
Don't wanna like the way you're looking at me. I'm going way too fast for the street signs tell me to stop. I don't like the way you're cool as can be, yeah. Get all dolled up in the meantime, I'm coming to your spot. I think I'm going insane, rent free living in my brain. You know just what I like, and I know I just can't feel this right. Wanna see you way more than my guys, wanna get that intro tonight. Why don't you come drive me crazy? Why don't you come drive me crazy? Come through and just call me, baby. Why don't you come drive me crazy? Come through and say I'm your baby. Ooh, I get blind from your love. Drive me crazy, drive me crazy. I'm your baby. Why don't you come drive me crazy? Come through and say I'm your baby. Ooh, I get blind from your love. Better do me right. I still don't regret that night, but I'm still undecided, so I keep it all private. Did I do you right? I still think about that night, but I'm still undecided, and I keep it all private. Been on sedative since I called quits. Do you really wanna see me like this? Got a cigarette still on my lips. Every day is for another bad trip, and I know one day I might slip, but I'm not falling for none of those tricks now. I don't wanna be someone like this now. Why don't you come drive me crazy? Why don't you come drive me crazy? Come through and just call me, baby. Why don't you come drive me crazy? Come through and say, hey, baby. Ooh, I get blind from you. Drive me crazy, drive me crazy. Hey, baby. Why don't you come drive me crazy? Come through and say, hey, baby. Ooh, I get blind from you.
So yeah, that is from The Passion, which will be another EP. I'm thinking the way that I would like envision myself basically making an album would be me taking different EPs, like different concepts, and putting them all in an album and separating them through interludes, you know what I'm saying, to basically get into the next type of energy, you know what I'm saying, because it's very hard for me to like stick to one stick to one vibe. Like it's just, I don't want to, you know what I mean? I listen to so much music. I listen to such different music all the time. Like I pick and choose, like, you know, my favorite songs from albums, and I put them into, like, that's just how I am, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sick of pretending like I'm not. So yeah. Shout out to, like, thank you for the fire emojis, Michael Jackson type of ad libs. Thank you. And like that's literally me trying to emulate Michael Jackson. Like basically what I was doing, like I was at the gym, and I was on like the one of the bikes, and I was listening to Thriller, right? And I was trying to think about like how could I transmute this energy into something more modern, you know what I mean? Like this kind of dance, like kind of like, you know, really passionate type of thing. And what I ended up thinking about was sexy drill, you know what I'm saying? So my goal was like, yo, let me make a sexy drill track that's like just has a bunch of energy, you know what I'm saying? Like bunch of that Michael Jackson, like, you know, tight dance energy, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically like the premise, not the premise, but like that's basically like the energy I was trying to get to, you know. Then I also have another, so that's The Passion, and then there's Maybe I'm Naive, and then there's this one called Neo Swag, which to be honest, it's like Neo Swag is an idea that I have in my head where it's like basically I'm trying to make like some super swag rap type of, you know, pop shit. Oh yeah, 100%. Like if I would do like a show or like, you know, a nice budget music video, I would definitely have like a choreographer and do like some dope ass dance. Like I want to do that so badly one day. But yeah, for Neo Swag, like I have a song for Neo Swag that I want to I just have to finish basically. Like I have to finish the verses. I can't finish it tomorrow because I have to finish the mix on All Right. But yeah, so we have like Ask For on it.
Yeah, I just wanna be the one that you ask for. Wanna put a couple stamps in your passport. Wanna be the only body that you dance for.
But I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of sick of that song already. Like I don't know, I think I remixed it too, like I tried to make it too smooth, like it kind of missed the point. But also we have Back to Me. This is a song that we made on stream like months ago. This was like the 7-hour stream that we did. Your soft skin carrying gold, and I know you only wanna wear for a real one, just like me. But it's still good though, and I know it can be better. On the balcony, feel that breeze. Gotta pull on me, baby, and I'm feeling the Stockholm. Girl, give me the wheel and I'ma swerve all the potholes. If you want a package, I deliver it pronto. I'ma do the mission, MTO to Toronto, baby. You do it so naturally. I've been on the right path there. See, don't you wanna come back to me? I want you so bad. Yeah, I want you so bad. Yeah, I want you so bad. Remember when you used to tell me about your day? Know I made you wanna down that rosé. Trust I know now my bads are not okay. Baby girl, I'm not perfect, and I know you know more than I have.
Need you in the passenger so I don't crash. Take it slow, you know I like to make it last. 150 on the road, I'm still doing the dash. Girl, I know you ain't got too many chances left to give. You got your life to live, and I'm not making it easier for you. I'd apologize, but there's something I gotta do. Something I gotta do. You do it so naturally. I've been on the right path there. See, don't you wanna come back to me? I want you so bad. Yeah, I want you so bad. Yeah, I want you so bad. You do it so naturally. I've been on the right path there. See, don't you wanna come back to me? I want you so bad. Yeah, I want you so bad. Yeah, I want you so bad.
So I think the vibe of the Neo Swag project has a nice sound. Yeah, like I like the sound. I think it's cool, especially this beat. Like I love what we did on this beat. Especially like, you know, since we made it on stream and shit. I think it's cool as fuck. But yeah, I also have Offside, which is like song we made on Stream Beats episode 2, bro. And I think it's cool, but subject to change. I'm not too in love with it, but yeah, I feel like in the summer this will be cool.
I'm not surprised. Shawty keep on eyeing me. I like the sight. They just wanna be like me. See the whiskey outside. See my broski, I ride. Throw the flag, they outside, side, side, side. Slip on shoes, I don't trip. Kenny paint on my whip, All these steps couldn't skip, Putting down on my chips. My baby, my stylist. Got pressure, make diamonds. Got them nervous with my silence, Too many frauds. Breaking bread with them, I can't be involved. I'm keeping a score. Picking out the words and taking them all. We shut out them all. If anyone is short and cold, get a call. Outside, been too cold for the snow. Outside, and they just can't stop trying me. I'm not surprised. Shawty keep on eyeing me. I like the sight. They just wanna be like me. See the whiskey outside. See my broski, I ride. Throw the flag, they outside, side, side, side. Yeah. They know it's me when I done it. I touch ground, spot a couple of hundreds. She don't front, she say how she want it. That's how it is with me. Hop on and risk with me. Run up the numbers, I had to do it. Only my brothers to sit with me. Yeah, travel like I'm missing cars. I'm doing them foul, they hitting my line. I'm at the stripe every couple of times. They in my ear cause I hit at the sight. I never gas out, making they mind jock. Hand them some else if they taking this light. They don't understand what live on my mind. They just can't stop trying me. I'm not surprised. Shawty keep on eyeing me. I like the sight. They just wanna be like me. See the whiskey outside. See my broski, I ride. Throw the flag, they outside, side, side, side. Stop trying me. I'm not surprised. Shawty keep on eyeing me. I like the sight. They just wanna be like me.
Like, this is the thing, bro. Like, how have we not dropped any of this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that song's almost a year old and we didn't drop it. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's just dumb. Like, that shit's just stupid, bro. Like, I swear, bro. Like, honestly, man. Like, I be getting in my own head about like not dropping some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I will go through a bunch of mental gymnastics to not drop some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dumb. I'll be honest. The reason why I didn't drop Ask For was because, like, I got really zooted one day, right? I got really zooted one day, and I realized that Ask For sounds nothing like Blue Racer. And I was convinced that Blue Racer was going to be the one to like blow up for some reason. Well, because I really like the song, you know what I mean? Like, I really like it. That's why, you know what I mean? But the thing is that you don't have to really like it for it to blow up. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not how it works. Like, something's not going to blow up just because you really like it. But I got into my head basically that Blue Racer sounds nothing like Ask For, and if Blue Racer blows up, then people aren't going to listen to ask for because it doesn't sound the same, right? But the problem is that like like I understood what I meant by that, basically saying like sound wise, soundscape, it doesn't sound the same, and people are usually gravitating towards the same sound. Like if you listen to, you know, a song from an artist you don't know, ideally the next song would sound similar for you to, like, you know, want to keep listening or whatever, right? But the thing is that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Like it just has to hit your ear correctly. Like you just have to like it, you know? The likelihood that they'll like it is higher if it sounds similar to the previous song or the song that got them interested in the first place, but it doesn't have to, right? Take for example, like on Jordan Ward's album Forward, which is one of my favorite albums of the last couple of years. The biggest song on that is White Crocs, right? But White Crocs sounds nothing like Fam Jam 4000 or whatever that song is called. And it sounds nothing like Bust Down, which is the first track, you know? Like, so it's like, that's all an illusion. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, like sound, like mix wise, like they should sound similar. You know what I'm saying? Mix wise and mastering wise, they should be the same if it's on the same project. But other than that, like you can use different drums. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Like this is the thing, bro. And this is advice to anyone that watches this, like anybody that watches this, and you as well, Tony. Like, there are no rules. This is the big secret. There are no rules. There are no rules to any of this. There are no rules. That's the fucking point. The fucking point is that there are no rules, right? Why do people do independent work? Like, because if you think about it, let's say for example YouTube, like making YouTube videos. Making YouTube videos is independent work in the sense that you don't have a boss technically. Like you have an employer, which is like, or not necessarily an employer, but you have like a company that does pay you in exchange for your services or whatever, or contributing to their platform by doing whatever it is that you do. That's how you get paid essentially. So other than that, you can pretty much, as long as you're not violating any guidelines of the platform, you can essentially do whatever the fuck you want. And that's the point. The point is to do whatever the fuck you want. Not what anybody else wants, not what the other guy who you like or is doing better than you is doing, not what your friends are telling you should do. It's you should do whatever the fuck you want. And that's the only time that I personally have ever found success online. When it came, like my most successful stuff, and I'll be completely honest, my most successful stuff is the YouTube GarageBand videos and the Midnight Element. Those are my two most successful ventures. Nobody told me to do that shit. Nobody. Like, nobody told me to do those things. Nobody told me to drop an EP. I just did it. Nobody told me to promote it in the way that I did. I just did it. And I did it in a way that was like extremely expensive, first of all, but it allowed me to like gain a lot bigger fan base than I had before the EP. I think I spent like $4,000 to $6,000 on like just ads for the Midnight Element, which was a lot. Did it raise my monthly listeners by a lot? Yes, and I gained a lot of fans through that. But in terms of like money to value, I never made that money back. You know what I mean? In terms of an investment, it was not a good investment because I never made that money back. When it came to YouTube, right? All it was with the GarageBand videos is that I had YouTube videos, right? I had YouTube videos that I was making, and I was doing like comedy stuff for the most part, and I was doing like rants and stuff. Let me actually, like, today, man, I'm not fucking making shit, bro. Today, like, what what I want to do instead is I want to look at like let's watch some of my old videos. Yeah, let me turn this shit off because it's like using up a lot of my RAM. That's something I do have to like get more. I need like 64 gigs of RAM. Even 32 is not enough. Also, my power supply is like, you know, kind of gets fucked up with all this with all the stuff that we do, you know, the live stream plus the FL plus like, you know, watching random videos and shit. Yeah, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this, but I'm gonna show like basically the type of videos I was making before like the music stuff. This is like this is like 2017. Yeah, so this is the last video I made before switching genres, basically. And all these videos are private. Now keep in mind, this is me at like, what, 15? Alright, we see that? All good? Alright.
Like any other normal day, but today is a okay, now picture this. You walk into class just
I
like
gotta
any
put
other
captions
normal
on this
day, but
shit.
Today is a special day because you forgot your pencil. Now you might think to yourself like, oh, I just forgot.
Now wait, hold on. All right, first of all, like apologies for the 3D, the fucking this chromatic conversion effect. I still got that Michael Jackson poster. This is the same room that I'm in right now. This is the same room, okay? Is it? No, it's not. It's not the same room. This is actually it's the same building. We just like changed apartments. We got like a lower one. But yeah, same building and shit.
Pencil, what's the big deal? How foolish. Look, if you forget your pencil, that means that you can't take notes. If you can't take notes, that means you can't study. If you can't study, that means you'll fail the exam. If you fail that
This is a private
exam,
video, yeah.
that means you'll fail every other exam. Now, if you fail all those other exams, that means you'll drop out. That means you won't get a job. That means you won't have money. That means you'll be homeless. That means you'll be sucking dick on the street for $5. Or I could just ask for a pencil if somebody has one. What? Just roll the intro. Just roll the intro.
This I edited this shit myself, by the way. I'm actually quite impressed because it looks pretty nice.
Now, I am the type of person that likes to.
Now, okay, first of all, I need to like show y'all this shit, like this hair. Oh yeah, hold on. I know, for me, I was saying some wild shit when I was a kid because I just had no shame. Like, I honestly, bro, like dead ass, I had no shame. I did not care what I was saying on the internet. I was saying some heinous shit. I have one video on even the GarageBand videos. I have a video where I say where I'm doing the Lil Pump, like how to make music like Lil Pump. And I say like pretending to be Lil Pump in the rap song, and I say this like as the hook, right? I say fuck a bitch and nut in her face. Like, I was like, and keep in mind, I'm 15 years old, bro. Like, this is like, to be honest, not okay. Like, this is not okay. Like, that was not okay for me to say shit like that. I'm a grown man, and I feel like even today, I'm like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? If I were to say that, or if another 23-year-old man were to say that shit, I would be like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying that at 15 years old. So obviously, oh yeah, the weekend one too. I forget. We'll watch that one too. But yeah, this was my hair back in the day, and I'm saying before I knew how to take care of it. Because the thing is, bro, my hair is like thick as fuck. I didn't know what to do with it at this point. I didn't know. So I had this kind of comb over quiff type of thing. It was too much.
Think about a lot of things, and you know what I'm talking about. Like, where the fuck is Rose, man? Like, I've been searching this Okay, now, if you've played Fable 2, please say it in the comments, because or else
This
you're
is a
not gonna
fire
understand
reference.
that reference. Like, I only know one person that has played that game. Now, I like
Shout
to
out to
think a
Fable.
lot,
Shout out to Fable 2. That's actually a fire ass game.
especially in situations where I need to focus and I need to do something other than daydreaming. Like, for example, let's say everybody's doing work, and I just randomly think to myself, is cereal considered a soup? And for some reason, when you daydream,
Yo, also like watching these videos from when I was like 14 and 15, and I'm talking about my daily struggles, I'm realizing now that I'm just talking about ADHD. Like that whole time I was just talking about ADHD and I just didn't know because I didn't know I had it. But like, because when I was in class and shit, like I would just daydream. I would not focus like ever. When the teachers was talking, people were talking to me, doing work, whatever the case may be, I was always daydreaming. Always, like always. I could never ever listen. And I realize now that I just had ADHD. And yeah, cereal is not a soup, but at the time I was trying to make the case that it was.
you lose track of time as well. So like, you think that you're daydreaming for like 5 minutes, but in reality it's been 5 years and you're still in school. You don't even go to school anymore. Like, what are you even doing here? An example of how I overthink a lot is that
actually
in
funny.
6th grade I used to be a crossing guard. Yes, I was one of those bitches. And on my first day,
Yeah, I was a crossing guard. I remember when I don't need to do that. It's actually a pretty cool job, to be honest. Like I liked it, you know. I kind of felt cool being a crossing guard. You get to go like the deal is that you're a crossing guard all year in 6th grade, and then you get to go to an amusement park called La Ronde in Montreal. It was pretty sick. It was a good deal.
I genuinely thought to myself, without joking in the slightest, what if the ground splits open into a pool of lava, like in that movie The End of the World, and then all the kids like fall in the pool of lava, and it would be my fault for some reason. I know that overthinking is actually like really bad for you mentally, but for some reason I
think I was just being anxious, I don't know, or nervous.
Think of like the dumbest shit in the world and then make a video about it.
Do you consider cereal to be a soup?
Also, the thing about overthinking is that you never overthink about the positive thing. You always overthink about the negative shit. And it's always like mundane tasks, and I always overthink about something right after I do it. Like, let's say I just walk down the stairs, for example, and then
This
right
is
when I
called
get
rumination.
on that last step and I'm not on the stairs anymore, I think to myself, what if I fell down the stairs and then I like hit something on my head and now I have to go to the hospital and shit like that? But the task has already been completed. Like, what the so to help me cope with this, I decided to look up an article on how to stop overthinking, and a good way to stop overthinking is think to yourself, will this matter in the next 5 years or even in the next month? Like, if you trip on your shoelace in front of everybody, will this matter in the next 5 years or 5 days or even 5 hours? So instead of saying something negative, like for example, what if I forget what to say in this presentation?
What YouTube style were you going for? I was going for, you know what, I'll show you. I'll show you what I was going for. What I was going for was like David So. These are like old videos, because now like he's mostly like a podcaster, and I don't really watch him anymore, but I'm still subscribed. But yeah, like basically like this type of shit.
Is this fucking hairspray or semen? It's semen. Dear skinny people. Oh no, there's gonna be some angry people at this video. That's right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember this shit. I actually remember this shit. Like, this is the thing, guy, bro. I'm a YouTube connoisseur, okay? I know, like, I remember, like, all this, like, subgenre or this, like, you know, subgroup of YouTubers, like, what the beef was, right? So I remember, what was her name? It was, like, Amber something. It was, like, this blonde girl. I don't know if you know this guy, Matthew Santoro, who's, like, a Canadian bald dude who would be, like, 50 facts or something you don't know. He was dating this girl who was like a white blonde comedian, right? And she made a video called, apparently she was like abusive to this guy. I remember, like, that was a whole controversy. She was like literally abusive, like hitting him and shit. Oh, you know it, yo, you're a real one. But yeah, like, she had this video called like Dear Skinny People, and like, Dear Fat People. Yeah, she made a song called a video called Dear Fat People, and it was basically just rage bait. You know what I'm saying?
Skinny people, what are you gonna do? Chase me? Cause I ain't gonna run. Why the fuck would you think I'm gonna run? Bitch, bitch, I'm fat. I ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna plop my ass on the floor and you're gonna be like, aren't you gonna run? I'm be like, no, bitch, suck a dick. Why the fuck would you even?
But yeah, like I used to think that this guy was fucking hilarious. And I was also very into like shock humor, dark humor, like that type of shit. I was like really into that stuff. And yeah, so I was basically trying to emulate his type of stuff. I'm trying to find like one of his videos that's actually like, I guess this one.
You know what I hate is when they put a rap song on the radio that they know has hella curse words, so you can't hear half the fucking song. I'm out there. The fuck are they saying? Is this a riddle? I don't.
That's actually funny. That's actually funny. But yeah, literally this. Even the format is the same.
Relationships when you're a teenager compared to when you're an adult are so different, aren't they? Because life experiences, maturity, and growing up all help mold the definition of what that is. Which gets you to kind of think about how you used to view relationships as a teenager. Number one, at that age when you're in a relationship, for some reason you automatically go full out dumbass. Because when you're 16, the person that you're with for some...
Bro, he's wearing a Go for Broke shirt. I'm literally wearing a Go for Broke hoodie in that other video. Because these guys, they would have a podcast called like JK News. And I love that show. Like it wasn't a podcast, but it was because it wasn't like, you know, just with mics or whatever. But it was like a YouTube show, you know what I'm saying? With Just Kidding Films, like Bart, David, Joe, Gio, Tiffany, what was her name? Julia, like all these like, people. I used to love that shit. Like during that time, like that was my shit, you know? And you can tell that this was basically my YouTube inspo. Like this was the shit that I was watching and that I was trying to emulate. You know what I mean? I was trying to write jokes in a comedic way because these guys were basically comedians, right? But then trying to like, you know, do the YouTube format essentially, you know? So I'm looking at this now and I'm realizing like, yeah, I was clearly trying to emulate this guy.
That person is gonna be the only person for you for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah, I was also trying to be like, you know, extra like wise. I was trying to be wise and philosophical.
Is the left nut to your right nut, the tit to your nipple, and the wrinkle to your ball sack. And the thing is, if you're not with someone in high school, for some reason it becomes your life goal to find a girlfriend or a boyfriend. For me, when I was at that age, I picked up the guitar. Why? So I could get women. To be honest with you, I was this weird looking kid, so I had to do something to get them to look at me. Because apparently having long hair, glasses, and a pair of big ass titties is not the business. I look exactly like a prison lesbian.
What was the process of writing a script for your videos? I don't even remember, bro. Like, I remember this. Like, this is what I remember. I remember it being so difficult to actually write like a longer script. So my videos would be like 2 minutes long or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, I mean, these videos are like 4 minutes, right? But yeah, like I would take so long to write scripts and stuff because I just didn't know what to fucking write about. You know what I'm saying?
You ever had that one dude?
But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to like my video.
Doing work, and for some reason I know that overthinking is actually like really bad for you mentally, but for some reason I like hit something in front of everybody. Will this matter in the next? Also, shout out to my crush just starts sucking my dick in this presentation. Try to say something matter in the next 5 years or 5 days or even 5 hours. So instead of saying something negative, like for example, what if I forget what to say in this presentation, try to say something positive like, oh, what if I get 100% on this presentation and my presentation on Nebraska was so interesting that my crush just starts sucking my dick. Like, you have to think of the positives. I'm just kidding, by the way. On this channel, we love and respect women. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
That's right. But yo, by the way, this is not the way to fix overthinking, because this is the shit. Like, this is how I know that this kid doesn't know shit about shit. Oh wait, hold on. This is how I know that this kid doesn't know shit about shit, because he's saying that overthinking. Yeah, no, I was wild. Like, I was wild, but that was like the shit that I liked. Like, I enjoyed shock humor and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like basically go like beat, shock, beat. Like, that was like my rhythm, right? But yeah, this guy is a dumbass, because he's saying that instead of overthinking negatively, you should overthink positively. But that doesn't stop you from actually overthinking, because you cannot control overthinking. Like, he's getting this wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, even you know that that's not true. You know what I mean? So this is the actual solution to overthinking, is relax. I know that's, whoa, like crazy, right? Like, but that's the truth. The truth is, if you want to stop overthinking, you need to learn how to relax. How you learn how to relax is you stop looking inward and stop reading your own thoughts, and you observe the outside world. You know what I'm saying? You have to look outward in order to stop focusing on your own thought process and your own internal, you know what I mean, dialogue. So that's how you stop overthinking. Because if you just try to think positively, that isn't going to calm your nerves. Like, that is only going to add more pressure onto you. Because think of it this way, like, if you start thinking positively of like, oh, what if I get a really good grade? Then now you're dependent on getting a good grade. You're like, I really hope I get a good grade. I really hope I get a good grade. Even though this thought started from something positive, you have now, because you're ruminating on it, it is now like giving you more pressure. It's giving you more stress, meaning that it's negative, right? So the solution to overthinking is relax. Like, relax. Take a breath. Relax. You're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? That's what overthinking is. Because overthinking is basically your brain trying to figure out how to rationalize something that you're going to do, that you know you're going to do, that is scary, right? And you have to understand that your brain is going to do that because it's trying to find the best solution to protect you, right? Because it's feeling fear, it's feeling doubt, like this sort of thing, right? So what you have to do is basically tell your brain to focus on something else that's outside of you. You know what I mean? So think about fucking anything. Like, I'm trying to get into the thought process of like back in school when you would like do a presentation or something. So let me think for a second. You have to have the confidence to like take a pause and take a breather. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to understand the scope of the situation is not about this, like about your internal dialogue. You know what I mean? So you have to look at people, you know, and talk to them as if you were actually trying to explain something. You know what I mean? You're not trying, when you're doing a presentation, you're not really trying to give a performance. You're trying to teach something, right? So you're allowed to go off script. You know what I mean? You're allowed to freestyle some stuff. That way it feels more natural. You know what I mean? You can laugh. You can mess up a word or something. You know, you don't have to take it so seriously, and that's what makes it more natural. You know, look at your friend. Look at somebody else that like look at people that you're comfortable looking at. You know what I mean? Don't just look at one person, but look at people that you're comfortable looking at. You know what I mean? And basically talk to them like as if you are trying to teach them something. You know what I mean? That's just a specific example for like a school presentation or something. But yeah, this guy doesn't know shit about shit. And I know, because even doing this whole video, I was capping, bro. I was just trying to pretend like I knew what the fuck was going on with the world.
If you like this, share it with your friends. Also, shout out to these two people. I'm shouting out two people who like and comment on the last video, so like and comment for that. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Fire. Let's watch another video. But yeah, that was the last video I made before like I switched. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said before, a lot of the videos that I made where I'm talking about like my daily struggles and like my academic struggles are just me basically talking about my ADHD symptoms. So this is another one that I watched like, you know, about half a year ago, where I realized like, oh yeah, I'm literally just talking.
I talk a lot. I like.
You used to love that loop. Oh yeah, like the Shiloh one. It's fire. The Shiloh changed the game. It's such a cool part of like the SoundCloud era and like Vine and all that stuff. But yeah, this video I remember watching like half a year ago, and I was like, wow, I'm literally just talking about my ADHD symptoms.
So I talk a lot. I like to plan out what I'm going to do or what I say I'm going to do, and then completely forget about them once I'm actually met with doing them. Like with school, for example, every single
like bro, how did you How the fuck? How the fuck did you not see it, bro? How the fuck did you not like? How the fuck did you not see it? Like, and bro, the thing is, bro, nobody fucking told me. Like, nobody fucking told me. nobody noticed. Like, I went through school, bro, through the skin of my teeth. Like, by the skin of my teeth, I somehow like passed and shit. I failed French, like, which is like first language French, my last year of school, which then I went to adult school and I fucked around in adult school until I finally locked in for a couple months and did it. And like, you know, got my diploma and shit. So I'm a high school graduate since like last year, even though I'm 23, which is just my life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, how the fuck did you not notice? Like, how did you not notice, bro, that maybe something's wrong? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but I just didn't talk to anybody about it. That's the problem. Like, I didn't talk to anybody. And this is the thing, guys. I say guys, but it's just Tony. It's just me and Tony here. But, you know, for anybody else that watches the VOD afterward, is that you need to talk about these things with people. If you don't talk about anything with anyone, then you can't get help. You can't get help because you can't do these things alone. Like, and you have to have good people around you. Like, this is another thing, right? You have to have good people around you. You have to have people around you that are trying to have us the best of us. Yeah, man. Like, because for me, that was me. Like, I didn't say anything to anyone. I never told anything to anyone. And there's a reason for that. Like, when I was a kid, and this is like me got like, you know, a little bit of a trauma dump, you know what I'm saying? I know. poor me. But listen, this is just facts. I'm just saying how I feel about my life, right? So for me, when I was younger, like, I always had this mentality that like my feelings weren't that important, you know what I'm saying? And because when I was a kid and I would be upset about some shit or mad about some shit, that it wouldn't be really taken seriously by the people around me, i.e. like my parents or my grandparents or just relatives and stuff. My concerns would never really be taken that seriously, right? And so when it came to like mental frustration, emotional frustration, and that sort of thing, or just any type of frustration in my life, I would deal with it myself. I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't comment on anything. Like, I would be low energy for the most part around other people because I was struggling so much. But for the most part, I wouldn't tell anybody. And I wouldn't even tell my friends about a lot of shit that you would normally tell your friends about in high school, like girl problems. I could, like, all that shit I never spoke about. I never said anything to anybody. Never. I never did. And that caused a lot of problems in my life. It caused me to be with people that I wasn't necessarily good with, that I wasn't necessarily happy with, to deal with things that I didn't have to deal with alone. You know what I mean? I essentially forced myself to deal with alone because I didn't feel safe talking about it with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that it's a two-way street, right? Because at the end of the day, there are people that when you do tell your problems to, they'll disregard it, this, that, and the third. They'll minimize it. They'll gaslight you. They'll tell you, man, you're this is nothing, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you have to be vigilant with those people. But at the same time, you have to be brave enough to be vulnerable. You have to be brave enough to be vulnerable because it takes strength, especially for a lot of guys. People talk about this fucking male loneliness epidemic, but they never ask lonely men how it is. Bro, I was a lonely man and I still kind of am, you know what I'm saying? But I do what I can to, like, you know, make sure that I am reminded that I am loved and appreciated and that if I need help, that I can ask somebody for help, you know what I'm saying? And hanging out with my friends recently over the past like 3 or 4 months, you know what I'm saying? Went through a similar situation. Exactly. Like me hanging out with my friends and, you know, talking about this shit has made us way closer, you know what I'm saying? Has made us way more closer, has made our bond way stronger, you know what I'm saying? Like now my guys are my fucking guys, bro. Like they're my fucking guys. And like, and the reason why is because like I've been able to be more vulnerable with them, you know what I'm saying? I've been able to actually sit down and be like, yo man, this is the shit I've been going through. And like, I didn't tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? I was ripping hair out of my head, bro. Like I was fucked up for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the fuck was going on with me for years. Literally since 2018. I've been like, you know, struggling and shit, like mentally, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on with me. You know what I'm saying? I said I wanted to do all these things, this, that, and the third, and I could never get myself to sit down and make YouTube videos. Sit down and make music. Sit down and make an album. Sit down and make content. Sit down and do fucking anything. I couldn't do it. But I never told anybody. I was just struggling on my own. I just genuinely thought I was lazy. I genuinely thought I was a bum. I genuinely thought that I'd be a failure. You know what I'm saying? Or that this shit just wasn't for me. When in reality, I was struggling with some shit that I didn't even know I had. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at myself now, like as a grown man, looking at this 14-year-old kid, not understand what the fuck is wrong with, like he doesn't understand what the fuck is wrong with him. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because now I look at it and I'm like, damn, bro, you didn't even know. You didn't even know. The problem is, or the thing is that I'm not regretful of the time that, you know, has gone by. You know, a lot of people, or I've had this thought, you know, where I'm like, yo, imagine if, like, you know, when I was a kid, like I did get diagnosed with ADHD and I got the right medication, you know, where would I be now? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I would have been way better at school. Maybe I would have been way more successful by now, like on YouTube and in music and shit like that. But the problem is that, you know, I had to go through a bunch of shit just to get the diagnosis in the first place. So I always refer back to this one line in Milk by Brockhampton, where Merlin Wood, who's one of the rappers part of the group, says, shit happens how it happens, so the past is perfect. That's it. Like shit happened how it happened, so the past is perfect. Remember that shit. That is how you should go through life. Like you know, there is no such thing as wasted time. There is no such thing as wasted time. Everything takes its time to you know, have you learn. To have, like, some people it takes longer for them to learn. Some people it happens quicker. Sometimes shit happens that's just not fair, but you got to learn how to maneuver. You got to learn how to control yourself, control your, like, have better control of your environment, have better control of your mental state. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, when shit's like, if I say this to everybody, if you ever have, you know, regrets in your life, you know, something that helps me a lot is, well, 2 lines. I'm gonna say 2 lines. One by J. Cole, Love Yours, which is a classic. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. And that's facts. Everybody's got their own problems, and people have some shit that you would never, ever in a million years want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's got their own fair share of problems. And it's not just car loans, or like mom is stressing you out, or like dad is fucked up, or whatever. Sometimes it's like fucking neurological disease that, you know what I mean, they didn't even know they had, or that they had a, you know, like that they were likely to have, and they just get it and their life completely changes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those 2 lines, man. No such thing as a life that's better than yours, and shit happened how it happened, so the past is perfect. Those are 2 things that keep me level-headed. You know what I'm saying? But let's listen to this fucking dweeb.
Day, I'm like, okay, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna go home, you're gonna eat, and then you're gonna do your homework and study.
Yo, I'm sorry. I keep pausing this shit. But bro, I remember this shit, bro. I remember this shit. I remember going home from school, walking, because you know what I'm saying? W speech, you know what I'm saying? Good speech. But yeah, like, I remember how it was walking home from school, because school is like a walking distance. It's like 10 minutes away. And thinking to myself, this is what I'm gonna do. And I would do this frequently. I would do this a lot, where I would be like, today, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna study. I know what to study today. I have like this thing tomorrow, or I have this homework, whatever the fuck. And he's gonna explain to you his life. Like, this is his daily life. This is not just a, oh, cute here and there, and oh, you know, I'm a teenager. And like, He's explaining to you his daily life. Like, listen.
But then I go home and my phone picks up the Wi-Fi and I see the drama alert just made a new video about some new YouTube beef, so I have to watch that. But then when I'm done, while I'm eating, I want to listen to some music, so I put one Frank Ocean song, and then I end up listening to Blonde for like the 13th time. And then for the rest of the day, I just scroll through Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and watch a bunch of YouTube videos that I've already seen before. It's not even entertaining, it's literally just white noise to me. And then boom, it's 10 p.m. I haven't done my French, math, or science homework, and on top of that, I have 2 exams for the next day that you obviously know I haven't studied for. Then with all of that pressure, I decide to be a dumbass and just go to sleep. Then a week later, I wonder why I mostly get 60%. I'm honestly surprised I haven't failed a year yet.
Like, bro, how the fuck, how, bro? I'm just saying how, bro, like, how the fuck did this happen? How the fuck did no one see this shit? You know what I'm saying? But I guess, like, nobody's paying attention, you know, because I wasn't failing anything. Like, I was very close to failing all the time. Like, I was a below average student, you know, but I always passed my shit, and my teachers never really had a call for concern, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did make the transition beat. That was like on like this old ass song that I made called When I'm With You I Don't Feel As Numb. That was like the second song I ever dropped, or third, I guess. But yeah, this like loop or whatever, like this chord stuff is an Apple loop. It's a really good Apple loop. Shout out to Apple loops, like on GarageBand. But yeah, bro, it's like, and I'm calling this procrastination, and it's like, bro, this isn't fucking procrastination, bro. This is you not understanding that you have a different brain. You know what I'm saying?
This is procrastinating at its finest. It's my favorite thing to do in the entire world. To just have a bunch of things to do for the next day, and you just decide to do nothing. I even procrastinate for things that I genuinely like doing, like my YouTube videos, for example. While I'm editing, I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. And then that turns into 10 minutes, and then 30 minutes. Then I end up finishing videos at like 2 in the morning. Maybe
Bro, like, this shit, like, this is actually pissing me off, like, the way that I'll play that track later. But yeah, like, this shit's actually pissing me off the way I'm literally talking about my life, right? I'm talking about, like, this is my life. But the problem is, at this point, it was very low stakes, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing I really have to do is, like, schoolwork, so it's not really a big deal. And I'm passing, so it's not really a big deal, you know what I mean? But once I started to grow up and I started to get more and more responsibilities, that's when I started to feel a lot more depressed, because I wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do. Because he's saying right here, I even procrastinate to do the things I want to do, like my YouTube videos. That's all I wanted to do. But I never went to fucking parties. I never went and hung out with nobody. All I wanted to do was make YouTube videos. That's all I wanted to do. But I could never do it because I could never sit down to actually finish them. You know what I mean? So I scrapped a lot of shit. And yeah, like you said, I would finish videos at 2 in the morning sometimes. Not 2 in the morning, but like midnight, you know what I mean? And I would be sleep deprived, you know what I'm saying? Or I would be so tired that I'd just fall asleep, you know? So I wasted all my energy for the day. And I always would tell myself, like, oh, I guess I'll try again tomorrow, you know? But then keep in mind, like, I'm also like, the only way I would get things done would be under pressure, you know, because when your adrenaline is up, that's when people with ADHD can like actually focus, you know? So I was a demon at doing things last minute. Demon, bro. I would do it at like 6 in the morning. I'd be like doing all this shit, studying the night before, pulling all-nighters, like that sort of shit. Right 5 minutes before the exam, I'm fucking, you know, like looking up key points or whatever, doing all that shit very last minute. But the thing is with YouTube is like you don't have a deadline because you're your own boss, you know?
Maybe I'm just better at doing shit at night, because you can give me like a page of math equations to do at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'll probably finish it in like an hour. But if you give me the same page at 1 o'clock in the morning, I turn into the offspring of Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking that was adopted by Bill Gates. I don't understand.
And the reason why is not because it's night, it's because you're under pressure. You know what I'm saying? You feel more stressed, like I have to get this done. So then you get it done, but you don't do it correct. Like you don't do it to the same degree that you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have pressure, you're not relaxed.
understand why I love the feeling of just abandoning all of my responsibilities, saying fuck it, and doing absolutely nothing with my life. No joke, the only job I'd be capable of maintaining is being unemployed. Honestly, imagine this
This is a good joke.
in a real life scenario. Like, I have an office job or something, and my boss that I fucking hate tells me to do something, and instead of actually doing my job and getting paid for it, I just say fuck it and leave. You know, recently my friends have been talking about careers and what they actually want to do in the future, and you know, recently my friends have been
Would you make shorts like this? Nah, I wouldn't. This is like beyond me now.
recently my friends have been talking about their, you know, I fucked up like 5 times. Yeah.
This is my boy Guillaume. Shout out to him.
So recently my friends have been talking about their future careers and what they really want to do in life, and then they ask me what I want to do. They always say some shit like engineer or doctor or lawyer or military, and I always have to say some shit like SoundCloud rapper. I don't know. It's something I did.
See, the thing is that, like, for this, right? I always wanted to do like content creation or music. Like, those are my 2 avenues. Like, that's what I wanted to do. You know, for a while I didn't make music because I just didn't know how. Like, I was very like, I didn't know how to write a song, you know? I didn't know how to write a song that was good. And so I just didn't know how. Like, I was too scared to like write something bad. Especially like my brother started rapping. Why are you a lot more energetic? Like right now or like when I was a kid? I don't know. Like, cause this is like a fake, this is like me trying to be a YouTuber. Right now I'm chilling. Like, right now I feel like I'm being pretty calm and pretty genuine. But this is like my YouTuber accent. So yeah, like yeah, back then, yeah, I'm just, because it's edited, like I'm just trying to like do the YouTuber thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, what was I talking about? I forgot. What was I talking about? Hold on.
And I always have to say some shit like
Oh yeah, like I always wanted to be a content creator or a musician or something like that, but I didn't do music for a long time. I'm recording right now. Yeah. Sorry, that was my mom. But yeah, so I never thought of anything else other than this, like literally what I'm doing right now. Like, I always wanted to do some type of content creation because I was obsessed with YouTube. But at the end of the day, I was also obsessed with like Michael Jackson, so I wanted to like be an artist on a stage, you know what I mean? But I couldn't really get into music because I was deathly afraid of making a bad song. Because I just thought that in my head, like, you needed natural talent, and I knew I could sing because people said I could sing well. I can definitely sing a lot better now than I did back then, but I just didn't know how to write songs. And then when my brother started actually writing songs and like rapping, he was pretty good, like when he first started, you know, or at least like when he was showing me, like when he was like 14, 15. So I was like, I need to write something at that level, but I wasn't at that level yet, you know? So yeah, like when my friends at the time would like talk about what they wanted to do, they would talk about being a doctor or a lawyer or, you know, something in the military and stuff like that. And I kind of felt embarrassed that I didn't have something that made sense in that, like, that was in that same vein, you know? But the thing is, like, bro, back in the day, when I was like 10 or 11, I realized that, you know what I mean? And I remember watching videos on like plan Bs and stuff, you know what I mean? Like what you should do for a plan B. And I thought really hard about it when I was like 10 as to what I would do that's more realistic or whatever, than doing a video or doing like content creation / music. And to this day, I haven't found it. Like, something I really have an interest in is psychology. I really like psychology. Like, when I studied it for a little bit in Cégep or college, I found that really fascinating. But would I want to do that as a job? Not really. Like, as a side thing to like learn more about, like, yeah, of course I would. But in terms of a job, like, no. I'm not, like, you know, I'm here. Like, I'm here for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here and I'm still here and I haven't given up because this is what I want to do.
SoundCloud rapper, I don't know. It's something I definitely need to work on because I'm high-key tired of being tired. And as you can tell from all the examples I've just said, I'm very good at wasting my time. Even when I was writing this script, my friend texted me, hey, watch this YouTube video, and I thought to myself, you know what, I think I deserve a break. Maybe I just need a bit of motivation. Like, it would be nice if every time I walked into class, someone like punched me in the throat and then tell me that if I don't pay attention, I'm gonna be in the street asking people to listen to my mixtape. That would be some motivation right there. This problem actually goes way back until like the 6th grade. I said I wanted to make a gaming news show called Gamers Unite. I'm so glad I didn't do that. We made one episode of that, and then me and my friend said that we were going to make more of them, and like 3 years later, we're still waiting for episode 2. Also with merch, like in September, I wanted to make like my own t-shirts and shit, which will happen one day, I hope. Right now, that ranks as like the lowest in my priorities, so I have to put that on hold. So maybe in 2054, we'll finally get some Royale apparel. Or maybe I'll change the name by then. I don't know. I've changed it like 3 times in the past month. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that video.
Also, shout out to Guillaume. Also, I just want to say, like, these glasses are not like prescription glasses, and I literally just wore them because like this girl I liked, or like, you know, my girlfriend at the time, not during this video, but like, you know, a few months back, because like she dumped me. Like, she said that I looked good with these glasses, so I just kept wearing them. But now, like, this is like such a 2017 era, like not sunglasses, but like glasses, where it's like the top is like this, and then the bottom, you know what I mean? It's like cut here.
I'm so glad I didn't do that. We made one episode of that, and
but yeah, so yeah, man, like, this is the type of shit that I was making. Like, I was making fucking like, just talking about life, you know, talking about life and like my perspective on things, and like, you know, which are basically just like some ADHD thoughts, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just thinking all the time.
I was going to make a video on music and the different vibes for music and shit like that, but then I realized while I was writing the script that I could only talk about it for a maximum minute and 30 seconds, and also I was tired of standing up in my videos and looking like an aspiring weatherman. This past week, writer's block has been completely fucking with me. Even for this video, I had 2 completely different subjects, and I realized that they were both garbage and either too short or unfunny while I was writing the script. Then again, all of my videos are unfunny, so really the only problem was that it was too short. I have no idea where I got this from, but for some reason this week, my mind has just been like... What I think it is my mind trying to shell out all of its creativity so that I have more space in my head for school and education, because this year, or the beginning of this year, my grades have been... the teachers don't help with this either. This year,
yeah, W
I
editing.
can either go into 2 types of math. One is more advanced, but to get into this advanced type of math, I have to have 75% by the end of the year on my report card. And for the first day you go into math class, the teacher is basically just saying, if you don't get into this advanced type of math, your life is basically fucked. Like, you might as well start selling crack because your life is completely fucked. You might as well start right now. And since I'm your teacher, you can give me a discount, right? And by the looks of my grades, I might as well give my teachers like a 50% discount. I am unable to think, like, you know what? Maybe it's because I just don't want to do it that I don't do it. There's absolutely no other reason. Like, I'm always trying to find a different excuse, like, nah, it's a conspiracy. My teacher...
Like, bro, I struggled with this so much in my life. Like, so much. This question of, like, do I really want to do this if I'm not doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the teacher joke was funny. I got some good jokes. I got some good jokes here and there, right? But yeah, like, this is something I struggled in my life so much, bro. Like, just trying to figure out why I don't do the stuff I want to do. Like, I just didn't have control of my brain, bro. And, you know, lo and behold,
are racist, and they don't want me to succeed because of the color of my skin, so they give me bad grades. Somebody catches me saying this bullshit, and they're like, nah, you just didn't write anything on your test. You left it completely blank. Nah, bro, they just didn't understand my genius. Look, they were supposed to imagine that I wrote the right answers. And also, what color is the paper? White. What color is my pen's ink? Black. Now, what does that tell you? It doesn't tell you shit, because you didn't write anything to begin with. They just don't understand my genius. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you liked it. Share it with your friends.
yo, this hair is crazy. Yo, this hair is crazy. Who did this shit? I know it was a goddamn salon, bro. It was a goddamn salon at a mall that fucked my shit up, bro. Like, this shit is not okay, man. Look at the disconnect on that, bro. What the fuck? That is not okay. That is not okay. Whoever did my shape up, bro, I swear to God, you need to get fired. You need to get fucking fired, bro. What the hell? But yeah. So this is the type of videos I was making, you know what I'm saying? And then I finally did the switch up. And then the thing is, like, yeah, bro, I have to. Like, what the fuck is that? But so then I switched to this one, and to be honest, this was a big deal for me because I didn't know what to do with YouTube anymore. Like, I was just like, damn, like, you know, I've been making these videos for like a year and a half. You know, they're not really, you know, my goal for 2018 was 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And it was February when I dropped this. Yeah, it was February, and I didn't even reach, like, I was at like 121. So I was like, bro, I gained like 10 subs this month. If I keep going like this, I'll never get to 1,000. So I was like, I gotta do something. So at the time, I had started using GarageBand the summer prior, and I started to get good at it. And I was watching a bunch of YouTubers basically make how-to videos on FL Studio, on Ableton, on Logic Pro, and stuff like that. How to make Lil Uzi type beat, how to make Lil Yachty type beat, 21 Savage, Kodak Black, like 6ix9ine, Trippie Redd, like Playboy Cardi, X. Like, this was the time of like these guys, right? This was just before like Lucid Dreams came out, you know what I mean? So Juice WRLD wasn't really in the conversation yet. But I was watching all these videos and I realized that they're not really making anything for GarageBand on iOS. So I searched them up, and there were people that were making them, but they were ass. Like, they were just screen recording their videos. They were just screen recording their iPad and showing the beat that they made step by step. But like, there was no flavor to it. There was no camera. There was no audio, like, you know, of them speaking. Like, there was no personality to it. So I was like, all right, let me do this. Like, let me do what the YouTube producers are doing, but for GarageBand, right? And this was the first video I made.
You want to make hard trap beats like Metro Boomin, but don't have like.
And this was a big deal for me because I was like, damn, like, okay, I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna do it, and we'll see where it goes because I gotta do something because I thought that if I didn't get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I was gonna quit because I was like, bro, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I've been trying to do this, it's not working. Like, seems like a waste of time. You know what I mean?
Fucking million cloud tokens hanging around to use a studio. Don't worry, I got you. In this video, OIM, aka Low Proactive, will be showing you how to make hard trap beats using your phone on GarageBand. So the first thing we're going to start off with is the melody. Now for the beat that we're going to make today, we're going to try to go for a more dark sounding and more slow tempo type of trap beat. So for this melody, you want to make it sound really fucking generic.
This is something that I really fucking hate now, but I used to think that this shit was like kind of true and funny. Was like basically talking mad shit about the artistry of like trap music and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is a banger, right? But the thing is, like, I hate like the comedy of like, you know, simple instrumentation and stuff like that being like, oh this is generic and like all this stuff. Like, it sounds so like holier than thou, like, you know better, or you can make a better progression. Like, man, like, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? like I hate that shit because so many dudes, and it's especially, and look, I don't want to put race into this, but it's especially non-black producers that would say shit like this. Like, they would say that shit like this all the time. And I like fed into it because I was like, oh, like, it just seemed like these guys knew what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? But like, they would take this trap music that's like from Atlanta, from Florida, you know, from the South and shit. That's from primarily black people. Like, these rappers, they were all black. They would say like, oh, this, like, they would be making these beats. They would be making these beats. You know what I'm saying? They would be making these beats, Atlanta, like, trap beats and stuff like that, and they would make the same jokes of like, oh, this is like generic. Make a generic loop, like, you know what I mean? Like, And it's like, bro, how are, like, this doesn't make any sense to me now. Like, I was making these jokes because this was the YouTube shit that I watched, and I was kind of mirroring it essentially. But now I look at it and I'm like, bro, like, you made a good melody. Don't call it fucking generic. If it's simple, yeah, sure. But it's like, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be, you know what I mean? You're not doing too much, you know? But you're making fun of it, calling it generic. You know what I mean? Ah. It is kind of weird trying to gauge someone else's creativity. Like, yeah, like, creativity doesn't have to be complex. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if it works, it works. You know what I mean? You don't have to force it to be more complex. It's not supposed to be. It's like you're trying, like you're trying to make fun of something that's not even trying to be what you want it to be. You know what I mean? Like,
Catchy, something that's simple, something that doesn't need a lot of brain capacity to think of. We have the melody down now, so what we need to do now is the drums. So basically
see that, bro? Look at my hair, bro. What the fuck is this, man? Like, bro, people let me walk around like this, bro. Like, this was not okay. I'm glad I shaved my head, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like after this, I shaved my head because, bro, what the fuck is this? This was not okay, bro. This was not okay.
Drums can be subbed up into these categories: a kick, the snare, or a clap if you're feeling creative that day, a hi-hat, and 808s. All right, so for the kick and snare, we're not going to do anything too complex. We're just going to keep it simple until like the
sub bass is what I meant. You know. The reason why is because I didn't know the difference between an 808 and a sub bass. I didn't know what it was.
We tried to
like, this beat has an 808 and a sub bass.
Make it
because I didn't know the difference.
Bouncy. Now for the hi-hats, I genuinely don't give a shit about what you want to do with it. Just make sure that you do that little sprinkling shit, like, you know, where it goes like
rolling.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Rolling hi-hats.
Now for the 808s, if you don't know what that is,
Not bad.
It's basically the thing that gives the beat more body. It gives it more life to it, you know? Oh, in more simpler term? Okay, it's the thing that goes like...
Yeah, this is not an 808. This is a sub bass. Yeah, shout out to 808 Flex. I remember when 808 Flex came out, like, it was around this time where you could actually, like, make, you know, trap beats and shit. Banger.
But little proactive, the beat is only like 8 bars. It's only 10 seconds long. Shut the fuck up. I mean, come on, we've already spent so much time making this beat. You know how much time I wasted? I could be fucking getting my ass whooped on Fortnite right now. Just loop it. So now
Fortnite reference.
this beat is completed, we have 2 more things to do: the lyrics, and most importantly, the ad-libs. So, you know, the lyrics should have something, you know, impactful, something meaningful, something that people can learn from by listening to your music. Shut the fuck up, there's a bunch of bullshit. Now, basically, for the ad-libs, all you need
This is funny. Yeah.
to do is repeat the last thing you said, or basically...
But the thing is that at this time, like, as a kid, I don't understand, like, the beauty of simplicity and of artistic expression. Artistic expression doesn't have to be something incredibly profound. Artistic expression can be something that, you know, is very natural, you know what I mean? Or something very pleasant, you know what I mean? Like partying or whatever. Like, that is a creative expression. It's just as valid as somebody, you know, saying something incredibly profound.
Just make a weird ass sound that correlates with whatever you said. But to do the ad-libs, you have to write the lyrics. So this trap beat is produced and recorded by Lil Proactive. I hope you enjoy.
This was like an inside joke in my own head, because a little proactive is like an acne wash line. When I say I'm on that pill, I was like, in my own head, I was saying, like, this is in reference to Accutane, because I'm a little proactive. Anyways.
that molly, I'm on that pill. I'm on that molly, I'm on that pill. I get the money, I get the bills. I'm on that molly, I'm on that pill. I'm on that molly, I'm on that pill. I'm on that molly, I'm on that pill. I get the money, I get the bills. I'm on that molly, I'm on that pill. I'm on that molly, I'm on that pill. I'm on that molly, I'm on that pill.
Bro, I was so proud of this shit when I made it. I was so proud of this shit.
Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see me do more of this, please leave a like on this video and also tell me in the comments, because I'm kind of
The Juice WRLD one is actually fire.
experimenting with the type of videos that I want to make, so it would really help if you would tell me, hey, this should.
Yeah, and I was really telling like, yo, please tell me to make more because I don't know what else to do right now. Hold on. I'm gonna play the what do you call it? The Juice WRLD one. I gotta find out where it is first. Here it is, yeah.
If you
This one's
are a
fire.
rapper
This one took
that
me like
wants
a
to
couple
blow
days
in
to make.
2019, you're gonna have to get with the trends, and one of the biggest trends right now is sad rap. And when I say sad rap,
But the thing is about like at this point making these videos, I was already kind of like bored with it because I wasn't like experimenting with the videos anymore. I had like figured out a format and I was like, all right, like I'm gonna just keep doing it like this essentially.
It's making me feel kind of weird. What the fuck?
Started thinking about when she broke my heart, yeah. Should've known she was a bitch from the start, yeah. Should've known she was a hoe from the start, yeah. But how could she betray me, yeah? 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 Drugs won't hurt me like you do. Can't feel my face, give me something new. Perks won't hurt me like you do. Can't feel my face, give me something new. Drugs won't hurt me like you do. Can't feel my face, give me something new. Perks won't hurt me like you do.
That was fire.
Also, in
It'd be a dope stream concept if you remade one of these. Yeah, it would be actually. I think it would be fun if we like remade it somehow. We could do that.
Could you shut the fuck up?
See, this was, oh my god, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? Who approved this, bro? Who the fuck approved this? Like, how the fuck did I leave the house like this? Like, bro, everyone saw this and like, you know what? I'm gonna be real, bro. I went to school and like people thought that this shit was hard. Like people thought this shit was fire. Like nobody, bro, I don't blame myself. Like I'm not mad at myself. I'm mad at society. Like I'm actually mad at society, bro. Like they let that shit happen, bro. Like what the fuck? Look at this disconnect, bro. This is insane. This was me a day before, like a day after I got a haircut. And I got a haircut and I was looking for a new barber. And bro, what the fuck? I don't know why. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Like, I'm looking at this now and like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who approved this, bro?
You know, we all like to have fun every once in a while, but some.
Cause this is me when I like took care of my, like, where I really like dolled it up. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I look like Jafar Jackson, but with no curls, you know what I'm saying? So I just have like this fucking loaf on my head.
Sometimes, you know, we just need some time for ourselves, sometimes to chill and watch videos of anime characters doing their homework. So without further ado, today I'm going to be showing you how to make lo-fi beats using your phone on GarageBand. Now this video is going to start off a little bit different. Instead of starting with the melody, we're going to start off with the white noise. So usually people put white noise on lo-fi beats to give it this more old sounding vibe, or this more vintage sounding vibe, or this more shitty sounding vibe. You can literally use any sound, like the rain or a vinyl record or the ambiance of a coffee shop, basically anything that you would think a really fucking pretentious person would like.
What's so funny is that, like, I was pretentious. I have to go real quick. I have to go. I have to stop the stream for a little bit. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, I'm back.
Now for the melody. Now usually this is the part where
I remember what this was. This was in my bathroom. I just turned on the sink.
really put all their creative juices into this beat and make the melody sound really, really good. But for lo-fi hip-hop, it's a bit different. Now, instead of creating our own melody, we're going to be doing something that people call sampling. It's another word for stealing. So basically just go on YouTube and write jazz piano samples, and then there you go.
You can't do this anymore. This has been patched, by the way. This has been patched because now I never did get how to sample. Basically, I made another video on how to get samples on your phone or whatever. You need, like, because before, at this point in time, you didn't have the Files app on your phone, on iPhones. So you had to, like, download a third-party Documents app, or you could use, like, Google Drive or something. But mine was, like, literally called Documents, like, on the App Store. It was a free app that you could use to, like, basically download files onto your phone, and you could import those into GarageBand. So that's how I got this shit, like, on GarageBand. But yeah, the stealing samples and shit, this has been patched because now what do you call it? Spotify acquired who sampled, so, like, samples will probably get detected from now on. So make sure that you get your licenses to sample shit.
Lo-fi hip-hop, originality at its finest. Now for the drums, all you need to do is a simple boom bap type of beat. Just think of somebody beatboxing for the first time, and then you'll get this.
Yeah, this is also me, like, as a kid, I just did not appreciate, you know, different art forms, you know. Like, I never used loops and stuff. I never used, like, at the time, I didn't use loops and shit. I always felt like using loops or using samples and stuff was, like, beneath me or whatever, even though one of my favorite artists at the time was Kanye, who mostly samples all of his stuff. I didn't even know that. I just thought that he was doing this shit, you know, by himself. But I just didn't know. I can't lie, bro. Now that I'm listening back to this, like, this is so ass.
Now you're
Like, even for, like, I'm not saying, like, compared to now, but I'm just saying, like, as lo-fi beats are, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound like a lo-fi beat. Like, it sounds like ass.
For some reason, it still doesn't have that lo-fi type of type of sound to it.
Lo-fi
Well, that's
sounds
because you haven't done the
like
next step yet, which
has
is
more
EQing.
bass.
Ah, shit, I messed up that last
But
one.
I know
Sorry, guys,
I
it's
didn't
not
mess up. I didn't do the
actually
EQ
EQing. The next step is
play on
actually
this.
shitty EQing. Trash EQing. Fucking disgusting EQing. So basically, I'm not gonna explain the whole shit behind EQing because this is not supposed to be educational in the slightest. So basically, just go to track controls, then go to plugins in EQ, then visual EQ, and then make it sound so shitty to the point where you would think that it was coming from a cat piano that you bought at Toys R Us. Or as people in the lo-fi community say, make it sound vintage to give it emotion. Somehow. Also,
Oh my god. Like I cringe at like the comedy. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, bro. Like this is
Lo-fi beats, they usually put like a conversation before the music actually starts. So today, I'm going to be putting the conversation between a drug dealer and his client.
Yo, bro, I got a good deal. 2 grams for $2, bro.
Oh, for real? Well, let me come through.
Yeah, but I kind of want to be alone right now.
Wait, what?
So this lo-fi hip-hop
I don't know where this is from. Like my friend Jeremy, like he told me about this, like I don't know, like this meme that he saw or whatever, and I thought it was hilarious. Like the concept of your drug dealer like not wanting to hang out because he's feeling lonely, or like he's going through something, but it's like, motherfucker, give me my drugs. Like I just thought that shit was hilarious.
is recorded and produced by no one with a dot at the end.
Oh my god, yeah, I do that now. I do that shit now. Like I put dots at the end of my shit as like a artistic choice. I was just a hater, bro.
Yo, bro, I got a good deal. 2 grams for $2, bro.
Oh, for real? Well, let me come through.
Yeah, but I kind of want to be alone right now.
The whole song is called "I Kind of Want to Be Alone Right Now." Ellipses by no one. I was super on brand though. I knew how to brand it. It reminds me a lot more of Joji than like lo-fi.
Alright, I hope you
Unsaved
guys enjoyed
info?
that video. If you want to see more videos like this, just drop a like and say something in the comments. Also, shout out to these two people. I'm shouting out two people who like and comment in the last video.
I like little YouTubers like you. This is
So
dope.
like and comment for that.
Thanks,
share
man.
this video with your friends. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Oh yeah, like this was literally like my whole, this was my whole shit back in the day.
Man behind TV Filthy Frank and Pink Guy, and he actually
This like channel, Imaginary Ambition, and like this video among others was like my inspiration for the format, the whole style of
really
video I was
beautiful
making.
romantic shit. So today I'm going to teach you how to make romantic garbage like Joji. So the first thing we got to do, you got to start priming yourself for creativity. So take a bit of liquid passion and pick a jazzy chord progression, something like F, A, C, E, D. Next thing we got to do is we just gotta turn on the shower and record the sound from a distance to get that nice rain ambience noise. Now that the inspiration has kicked in, all we gotta do is just play your melody. Now see, the melody has to be simple yet soothing. Go ahead and... The next thing you gotta do is you gotta get your bass. Usually you find these near the foundation of the house, right next to your mints. Oh yeah. That is one nice.
Yeah, I used to watch stuff like this too when I was first starting. Yeah, man, this is how it starts. How it starts, it like circa 2017, 2018 to get into producing and stuff. You're watching shit like this.
Be our friend, be our table, be our cap, be our tough love, be our cap, tough love, and... Oh yeah, I love percussion.
Praxi plays, yeah, I remember Praxi plays.
Jazzy vocal harmonic. You gotta wet your throat a little bit. Oh man, so the lyrics, you're gonna need some romantic garbage for the lyric. The lyrics need to be emotionally charged, introspective, and usually you gotta romanticize a situation. Ooh, we're getting there. We're almost there. The darkness. This is what we've been abusing substances for. This is the prime emotional headspace for finding some romantic garbage. So essentially, all we gotta do now is just rummage around and see if we can't find any romantic garbage around here. Oh shit. You hear that? Internal demons. You gotta watch out for those. Some of them can be really lethal, some of them spooky. Depression is one of those internal demons that just really fucks you up. It's getting louder. Garbage, romantic. Shit.
Yeah, I remember watching this shit when I was a kid, man.
Whoa, wait a second. What's this? Oh man, romanticizing art is really unhealthy. But hopefully you got something out of it. So the next thing you gotta do is see what kind of mistakes you made last night.
What I didn't realize at the time was that these guys were being self-deprecating. Like, they were being self-deprecating because this was the music that they actually wanted to make. You don't make music that you don't want to make. You know what I'm saying? They were being self-deprecating because they were nerds. I don't fucking know. Like, for me, it's like, bro, don't be self-deprecating. Like I'm saying, you can be humble, of course, you know, and don't take yourself too seriously, but don't be self-deprecating. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I was self-deprecating when I was a kid. But yeah, that was the shit that I loved. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna play this old track, which I'm still pretty proud of. It sounds pretty good. It holds up well. October 17th, 2017, man. Crazy. October 22nd, 2017. Yeah. I know I promised a normal video as well, but this weekend I've been busy with school, so I didn't have the time to write the script for a new video. Next week we'll have a normal video. This is like me, like prime 8th grade, I think. You know? A lot of good memories. A lot of good memories. I remember I made this beat on a camping trip with Cole. Like, Cole brought me with his parents to... I made the artwork. Well, I looked up like a Japanese skyline in on Google, and I saved this image, and I wrote this, right? And this is me too, like the little play, and this, and then this, and then OYM, and then this in kanji, I think, is I literally just went on Google Translate and I wrote, "When I'm with you, I don't feel as numb," like somewhere here, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I made the beat on a camping trip with Cole. Like, he brought me with his parents to this place, I forget where, but it was like on this like huge mountain. And I remember I made this the night, the day before we were supposed to leave, because I slept over at his house. I want to like explain a little bit of like the lore behind this. So like, this was about like a month after like my first girlfriend like broke up with me, and I was kind of going through this thing where I was, you know, when I was a kid I was very like pretentious, so, and I was trying to be like philosophical and like deep. So I was like looking at it from the perspective of like, I was trying to understand the life of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main premise of the song. The main premise of the song that I was like trying to get across was the life of a relationship, and like, you know, how you meet somebody who makes you feel less numb, you know what I mean? Who basically brings life, you know, into you. Bro, I have shit in my eye, what the fuck? Like brings, you know, joy into your life, like brings a new energy into your life, right? And you're infatuated with this person, blah blah blah. Then y'all break up, and sooner or later you will find that, you know, same attraction to somebody else, somebody that's within the same circle, most like probably, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about it in school, right? So like in school, I'm gonna get a new crush on another girl, you know, eventually, you know. So that's basically like the whole premise of this song. I was trying to like in my head make like I was trying to like dissect, you know, love, like you know, romantic relationships in a sense. So yeah, I say, angel sent from heaven, here to show me where my jewels hide. So basically, this girl who's perfect, is here to show me that I'm actually worth something. Playing with the demons, she'll be out of here in no time. So I'm basically saying that, you know, while that's great, and she'll show me where I have, like, she'll show me that I have worth somehow. Eventually, she'll see me for who I really am, and she'll leave. Yeah. So just remember back in September when I did all that corny shit to get her. But now I'm thinking about the other girl next to her. Get someone better. Repeat that forever. So I'm basically saying it's pretty straight. It's pretty self-explanatory, you know. Like now it's like the relationship's over. Like she's gone, and I'm trying to say pretty deep for 14. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like I was very like, I don't know. I think I was like being existential or something. I don't fucking know. Cause now I look at this and I'm like, listen, this is like good or whatever. Like this is good that like you're, you know, kind of thinking about these things, right? That you're trying to, you know, rationalize your thoughts or whatever, or your beliefs or whatever. But it's like, I was trying to like be outside of these experiences to be like, oh, I'm smarter, you know what I'm saying? When it's like, yo, just experience it, feel it, because we all feel these things, you know what I mean? It doesn't make you smarter just because you can put it into words, you know what I mean? Like we all experience the same shit, you know? But yeah, like basically what I'm trying to like say or whatever is that, you know, I was doing a bunch of corny stuff, like cheesy stuff to get her to court this girl. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do it again. Like, it wasn't special because I'm going to do it again for somebody else. You know what I mean? Get someone better and then repeat the cycle. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then when I say the second verse, like in my head, I was trying to like create like a, you know, a progression. And the second verse is basically meant to be for the next girl. You know what I'm saying? So in the first verse, I'm saying it to this one girl. When I'm with you, I don't feel as numb. I go through this whole relationship within the verse. And then in the second verse, I'm saying, when I'm with you, I don't feel as numb to the next one. And then like, so I'm trying to like do this whole thing where the, you know, the cycle is repeating itself, you know, which I think is a cool concept, right? But it's like, you know, kid, just because you were wrong with this one girl doesn't mean that it was for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, relax. Like, relax. This is something that you need to learn to do in life, is you need to learn how to relax. And it's like, you know, and this is something that I noticed is that like people don't want to admit that they're wrong, especially about the relationships that they get themselves into, right? Whether it's like, you know, they're like, they break up with somebody that they said they were in love with, and they meet somebody new, and they're like, oh no, that back then with them, that was not real love. I thought it was love, but it was not real love. You know what I'm saying? This is real love. that was not love. And obviously there can be things of like, you know, because no, actually I'm gonna just say it. It was love. It was. You felt a strong emotion for this person, no matter what the situation was. You felt love for this person, and you thought the person was the one for you, but you were just wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be wrong about, you know, a relationship not going the way you thought it would go. But people want to rationalize it after the fact. They want to be like, oh no, that, like, I was like this, or I was like that, or this wasn't real love, or whatever. No, it was real love to you at the time. It was. You felt it. You know? You acted upon it. You moved with that feeling. The love for the next person is going to be different, right? Because you're a different person now. You went through that thing. You know what I'm saying? You're a different person. Or you're not a different person, but you've just grown more. You've gotten a couple more scars. You know, you're a little bit more refined. And so just because you're older and you're wiser doesn't mean that back then that those feelings just don't exist or just never existed. They do exist, but they exist within a particular point in time. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm going deep in this shit. Oh, goodness gracious. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Very good. Yeah, so that was cool to see, you know, kind of go around memory lane. That was a song that I was like really proud of. And I'm still proud of, you know what I mean? Like, I like it. I like it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like, you know, I could have, because I can take that song again and tinker with it and make it better or whatever, but it's like, then I would never drop it, you know what I mean? And it just goes back to like what we're doing now, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, your vocals were dope on GarageBand. I appreciate it, bro. I tried my best, you know what I mean? I tried my best with what I had, which was like the earbuds, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, and look at where we are now, you know what I'm saying? All we need is some goddamn consistency, you know what I'm saying? That's all we need now. So, yeah, we got all that, you know? And I'm gonna end this stream with the last song again, because I like playing it, or, you know, the first track off of the EP that'll come out by the end of this this month, you know what I'm saying? And these are I'm setting realistic goals, all right? Like, this is not I'm setting realistic goals, because all I gotta do is finish the mix, which I'm gonna do tomorrow for the third track, and then another session to do like some mastering, and we're out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be good, all right? We're gonna be good. Don't you worry about a thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Hope that you have a good rest of your night, Tony. And for anybody else that's watching or later, I hope y'all have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Hope this is a good stream. We didn't work on like music or whatever, but I like talking sometimes and just going with the flow of certain things. So yeah, next week we'll probably work on some music. I don't know if it's gonna be 17. We'll see where I'm at that point. But yeah, hope you have a good night.
Now should I smoke a bit or dance around it? Don't sway too long, that smell gon' get you grounded. Can't do it awkward silence. I need a girl who smiles enough to keep me quiet. See me on the outside, playing it cool, but I'm indecisive. This feels right, lot of commitment to turn you to mine. I'm scared of fucking this up in the long run. I ain't got none. Take off your pink shades, got red flags, can't spot one, but you got me. You got me, you got me. Promise I'm more than an average. Don't need no Rolex or Patek. Want smoke but don't need no static. Girl, you fit the vibe. Be my plus one for the night. Promise I could treat you right. Don't be shy, just name your price. I'm the type to get you anything that you want. Ride any ride that I bought. Just forgive me if we ever fought, girl. Baby, get in that two-seater and we only gotta push start, girl. I know you got a good heart. Baby, we could go so far, but you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah. You got me, you got me. You got me, oh you got me, yeah. You got me, yeah. You got me, you got me, yeah. You got me. You got me, oh you got me, yeah.